News at 10.
Well, good evening, everyone. Tonight on Fox 22 News at 10, Maine communities struggle with how to cope with the growing homeless population around the state. Plus, a big food drive gets underway in Hancock County to help people throughout the area. And the latest on a series of deadly tornadoes that has left a trail of destruction in several states. Good evening, everyone. I'm Craig Colson, sitting in for AJ tonight. We thank you for joining us. First tonight, an annual fundraising hike returned to the Bangor waterfront this Saturday in person for the first time since the start of the pandemic. Mainers from near and far turned out for the 28th annual Hike for the Homeless, benefiting the Bangor Area Homeless Shelter. Organizers say the event is the biggest fundraiser of the year for the shelter, which saw more than 2,000 visitors over the past year. Despite the rain, many gathered to show their support today.
It's cold and it's wet, but when this is all over, we have a place to go and we can look forward to going and taking a warm shower. There are a lot of people out here in the streets today that don't have that option.
Organizers say that state and federal funds only provide 1/3 of the shelter's budget, and the group relies on donations to stay open. They're more important than ever. To donate to the shelter yourself, you can visit BangorAreaShelter.org. Well, meanwhile, a ban on the unhoused. Those experiencing homelessness in Lewiston will not be allowed to sleep outside on public property starting tonight. The ban, which passed in December, has drawn controversy among those experiencing homelessness and their advocates. Asia Reed has more on what options the unhoused have, plus how police plan to enforce that ban.
Starting April 1st, people experiencing homelessness in Lewiston will be banned from sleeping in places in public.
They need to sleep someplace.
This ban follows a vote from Lewiston City councilors back in December, voting 4-3 in support of an amendment to ban people from sleeping, camping, or loitering on city property, including sleeping on a bench or camping in municipal woods from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Director of the Hope House Family Support Center in Lewiston, Bruce Wilson, says the center often helps folks who are experiencing homelessness.
When people struggle and the neighbors who are doing better ignore that, I think that's sad.
Wilson says the ban is heartbreaking. Lewiston Police Chief David St. Pierre said back in December the ban was proposed after receiving complaints about safety in the city. He also said officers do not plan to strictly enforce the ban on people who are not a safety concern.
The intent is not to criminalize anything, but it's to give us a little bit more power that we can move people along.
We understand that it might be dangerous for them to try to, like sleeping on our porch, because we also have other people that come that we need to keep it a safe place for them.
Also back in December, several people experiencing homelessness spoke against the ban.
Now, you want to criminalize people for being homeless? That is absolutely disgusting.
It kind of breaks my heart.
Wilson says the center will continue to have open arms for Lewiston folks that need extra support. Chief St. Pierre has said unhoused people can get help at the police station.
That was Asia Reed reporting. They say you're not supposed to play with your food, but what about dressing up as a delicious vegetable? Our David Ledford spoke with volunteers who did just that today for a very good cause.
Thank you so much.
The 12th annual Hancock County Food Drive kicked off at 11 grocery stores across the region. From Bucksport to Winter Harbor, volunteers clad in their favorite fruit and vegetable costumes came out to raise funds and collect food for 19 food security organizations in Hancock County, including food pantries, school backpack programs, and free community meal programs.
It's really an incredible collaboration across the community, and now it's needed more than ever. With SNAP benefits being cut and rising food prices and rising fuel prices, the need is just greater than it ever has been.
Organizers say as many as 1 in 5 kids in Hancock County are in a food insecure household, and the month-long event helps to spread awareness of the issue.
We just have a lot of fun dressing up and getting people's attention so that they can sort of tune into the notion of food insecurity. If you haven't experienced it yourself, sometimes it's very difficult to understand how traumatic it can be for families.
The food drive will continue throughout April with a pancake breakfast, movie night in the park, a Miles for Meals challenge, and more. Organizers say the event's continued success is thanks to the generosity of Hancock County communities.
People
show up for this project in a really big way. Like I said, this is our 12th year, and we're able to raise a lot of support in a short amount of time. Our goal is to raise $50,000 this year.
To learn more about the event or help out, visit hcfooddrive.org. In Ellsworth, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Very nice to see. Well, in other news tonight, at least 21 people are dead across 8 states after a string of deadly tornadoes carved a path of destruction overnight. Fox Weather's Max Gordon is in Little Rock, Arkansas with the very latest.
The heart of the country reeling this weekend after a series of deadly tornadoes devastated parts of the South and Midwest. In Illinois, tornado winds were powerful enough to tear down the roof of this theater in Belvedere, where hundreds of people were packed inside for a heavy metal concert. Some concertgoers reportedly sought refuge in the basement until help arrived, those in attendance working in tandem with first responders to get people out of harm's way.
There was a concerted effort by a lot of concertgoers, bystanders, to help each other, and that did help us a lot.
Arkansas getting hit especially hard. Officials are still assessing the damage in Little Rock, where some neighborhoods were completely leveled. Those who rode out the storm say it appeared in a flash.
The only way we knew the tornado was coming, the leaves were swirling. That's the only way we knew. It looked like it was standing still.
If you was in an airplane and had to take higher altitude and your ears seems like they're about to blow, that's what it felt like. It was a lot of pressure.
Crews are now working to find anyone who still might be trapped in the debris. The White House says President Biden has already spoken with Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders. The governor also activated the state's National Guard to help with search and rescue efforts. These storms touching down just hours after the president paid a visit to Mississippi, where tornadoes caused widespread damage late last week. In Little Rock, Arkansas, Max Gordon, Fox Weather.
Just a horrible situation there. Much different picture here in the state of Maine. It turned out to be a pretty nice day after kind of a shaky start. Some people awoke to see a little fresh snow, had some rain to start the day. Looks like we may have another chance of rain through the night, but tomorrow it's looking like we'll see a little sun after all. For more on that, let's turn things over to Conrad.
Today is Saturday. Happy Saturday. It's the weekend. It's also April 1st. Let's talk a little bit about gale warnings. We do have those warnings out till around 6 p.m. tomorrow all throughout the coast. So if you are out and about, please take extra precautions. We did have some rain earlier today. It was messy, but now things are finally clearing up. Not only here in town, south, mid, north of the state, same story. I-95 looking pretty clear. Temperatures, though, we're pretty chilly up north. Millinocket into Greenville, mid-30s. Here in town, though, mid-40s. Bar Harbor, same story. So by the coast, where there's barely any snowpack, a lot milder temperatures. Winds are starting to calm down as well. Pretty light breeze at around 6 miles an hour here in town. The coast, a little bit stronger. And tonight, though, we're going to see more chances of some lingering rain showers, quickly moving out by the morning hours as temperatures cool off into the mid-30s.
All right, thank you, Conrad. We'll see you a little later on with your full forecast. In other news tonight, Governor Janet Mills signed a new budget plan into law. The $9.8 billion budget will ensure that the continued operation of the state government will continue for the next 2 years. However, it received mixed support from lawmakers. It was passed by a vote along party lines and has created controversy because of the way it was pushed through. The governor issued a statement saying, quote, "I would have preferred to sign a budget that has bipartisan support, but the possibility of a government shutdown, which would be extremely harmful to Maine people, is something I cannot accept. This current services budget averts the potential for a shutdown, funds essential government services, and delivers certainty and stability to municipalities, school systems, and others that rely on state resources. This should not and will not be the last word on the budget. I recognize the tensions are high, but there's still a lot of work left to do, with room, I believe, for compromise." Now, the governor also signed a proclamation calling the legislature back into session next Wednesday. That's when they'll take up the second part of that budget bill, which was split into 2 sections after negotiations with Republicans broke down. They'll also debate tax reductions and millions of proposed spending. Well, a change of plans in Ellsworth. Just days after the Ellsworth Area Chamber of Commerce announced a new leader, that person has announced a change of heart. The chamber announced Jacqueline Ewing will not be serving as executive director after all. Ewing sent an email to the board to say that she has decided to move forward in a different direction and will not be accepting that position. Ewing most recently worked as the director of the Women, Infants, and Children program in Hancock and Washington counties. According to WDEA Radio, the board will now continue the search for a new leader that will guide the Chamber's transition into its next phase of growth. Bangor's American Rescue Plan Act funding will finally be made available to qualifying groups after nearly 2 years, thanks to a new website. Starting on Monday, local organizations can begin applying to receive a part of Bangor's more than $20 million remaining pandemic relief funding. The city partnered with Heart of Maine United Way to accept the screen those applications. Heart of Maine representatives say putting these funds to use is an important step for the city.
This ARPA funding is a critical investment for the city of Bangor and the surrounding communities. It provides an opportunity to really leverage change that's sustainable and community-wide and surrounding a lot of different areas.
City of Bangor will ultimately decide which organizations will receive that funding. The website will go live at 8 o'clock Monday morning, and groups will have until April 26th at 4 p.m. to submit an application. To reach the website, you can visit bangormaine.gov. I bet a lot of people will be checking that out, too. The Great Home Expo 2023 is underway at the Cross Insurance Center in Bangor. Over 100 vendors are on hand to give ideas on how to make those home projects easier to achieve. No matter if you have an indoor fix or outdoor expansion, this show gives you a chance to meet some of the local companies that you might miss in a Google search.
Where we're a small company and based out of Glenburn, we don't always get to see people from surrounding towns, so being able to come here and bring our product and to show people what we're about is really exciting for us, and we hope to draw in some new customers.
Being able to see the newest technology to do your home improvements, along with meeting vendors that may even give you a deal. The show runs through Sunday with something for everyone, including your kiddos, with a pretty cool bounce house too. You can get more information on their website at greathomexpo.com. Well, still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, the state is expanding the battle against emerald ash borers, an invasive species that has now been found in other nearby communities. And the Great Home Expo is underway, as we just said. We'll tell you more about that and your complete forecast as your nightly news continues.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
I had a slip and fall accident. I wasn't sure what to do. Joe Bornstein's office handled everything. The experience was much better than what I expected. They were very professional and responsive to all my questions and concerns. I highly recommend the law offices of Joe Bornstein. Over 25,000 victories for injured Mainers just like me. If you've been injured in an accident, call Joe. It's that easy. Tell him you mean business.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
Maine Commercial Solar offers a variety of services including solar systems design, sales, maintenance, and installation. Maine Commercial Solar can help you with existing or new systems. We offer packages for installation by others, or we can help you build your own solar array, smaller residential, or anything in between. Maine Commercial Solar is currently hiring in Herman for multiple positions. We offer competitive pay, a 3% IRA match, vacation, holiday time, and a family-oriented environment. If interested, please call Jason at 848-7486.
Why do thousands of customers take the drive to Newport for all their shoes? Because Comfort Shoes & More has the styles you want, and they also have trained podorthists on staff to help you with all your footwear and arch support issues. We provide free foot evaluations by people who care about fitting you with the most comfortable shoes you will ever own. We have shoes in stock up to 6C and size 17, from safety shoes and boots, running, walking, casual, or dress. We have it all at Comfort Shoes & More, 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport, across from Irving.
Let's roll! The Kings of the Lanes lay everything on the line for a major. The PDA USBC Masters Finals, Sunday on Fox.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
You can join Fox 22 and ABC 7 online at foxbangor.com. Be a part of the conversation on Twitter and join our Facebook family at Fox ABC Maine. Follow, like, watch. Download the new Fox Bangor app from the App Store or Google Play and get your news anytime, anywhere.
Welcome back, everyone. Maine is expanding the emergency order to help stop the spread of the invasive emerald ash borer. That order restricts the movement of ash trees, green ash waste, firewood, and other materials that could be a means of emerald ash borer transportation. The expansion follows the discovery of an infestation in Corunna and Newport, as well as in 2 towns in Oxford County. The infestations are suspected to be a direct result of humans moving the emerald ash borer as they stow away in wood or other materials. A statement says everyone should be concerned about the future of ash trees in Maine. The expanded emergency order covers Kennebec, Knox, Waldo, Penobscot, Somerset, Piscataquis, and some southern Maine counties. You can get more information at foresthealth@maine.gov. There were public hearings in Augusta for 3 different bills regarding daylight savings yesterday. Johnny Maffey is talking with lawmakers behind the bills and finding out what Mainers think about it all.
It's a half hour before sunrise here in Cape Elizabeth. One of the bills we're talking about today would exempt Maine from daylight savings time, meaning the sun would be here this time of year. But the other 2 bills would keep it like this. If they were to pass, Maine would remain in daylight saving time all year.
State Senator Rick Bennett is behind the bills involving daylight saving time year-round. One would direct UMaine to study the impact of Atlantic time year-round. The other is an act to adopt daylight saving time year-round.
Atlantic time is the equivalent of daylight savings time, and so which we're on for 8 months of the year. So it makes sense to me just to stay on daylight savings time, and that's what I've proposed.
This would mean we keep the late sunsets in the summer.
I actually think the daylight savings time set for Maine year-round is the best option. Gets dark awful early in the day in December, January.
But that would mean later sunrises. State Senator Joe Baldacci is proposing to stay on Eastern Standard Time year-round.
I think that it's really hard for children to get up when it's pitch black out.
The common ground between these 2 options,
I think they should just pick one and stick to it,
is not having to change the clocks back and forth.
We just stick with one time year-round.
I think that the reasons are irrelevant at this point. I think that the reasons that they had it in the first place no longer...
A little outdated, maybe.
Exactly.
But some think flip-flopping makes the most sense.
I think it works for where we live.
We'll have to wait and see what they decide. Well, meanwhile, a Bangor antique shop is auctioning off all of its remaining items. Antique Alley has been closed for about a year now following the passing of owner Glenn Hudgens. His wife Renee says running the antique shop was Glenn's dream, and each piece in the store has a story. Since its closure, Renee and her daughter Courtney haven't been able to find a buyer for the storefront. However, many of the items are going up for auction. The family says there's more than 6,000 square feet of space filled with antiques that they need to sell, which is why they'll be auctioning off the items in batches.
Yeah, each piece in here, a lot of them we personally picked up with my father when he was getting going and starting. So it's heartbreaking for us to say goodbye to everything, but each story, each piece, we're looking forward to having a new owner and a little piece of my dad going with them.
Buyers can preview the first batch of antiques today, and the auction goes live tomorrow at 1 p.m. The first batch will feature around 360 items. To learn more about the auction and find the link to place a bid, you can visit Antique Alley's Facebook page. A library once frequented by E.B. White and his family has started a campaign to fund some much-needed additions. Over the next 2 years, the Friend Memorial Library will be trying to raise $2.5 million. Campaign Chair Bill Cohen says the decision to start raising funds came after a 2-year study concluded that the library not only needed improvements, but would also be able to raise the capital to fund them.
We did a feasibility study in terms of could we raise capital money. That came back and said we felt we could. And so this week we are officially on the road.
Well, if you would like to donate to the campaign or learn more, you can visit friendml.org. Well, when we return from the break, the latest on the legal woes for former President Donald Trump. He's expected to appear in court this coming week. And Pope Francis is released from the hospital just in time to celebrate the events of the coming Holy Week. We'll be back with more right after this.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Hi, I'm Nick, and I'm one of the heat pump consultants at Dave's World. We are Maine's leader in heat pump installations because we have an awesome team that is dedicated to an awesome experience, and we are backed by Mitsubishi products. It's easy to promise awesome, but it is another thing to deliver on awesome. There are so many solutions for every home. The goal is to solve problems and find what's right for the customer. You have heating and cooling problems, we will solve them from start to finish. Dave's World, awesome.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
Behind every keepsake, there's a memory. Behind every photo, there's a story. Behind Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, there's people giving back by bringing back what was thought to be lost. The details, the time, and the expertise, all packaged up behind a name that Mainers have trusted for over 35 years. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest.
Silver Fox Automotive is a family-owned and operated company with more than 30 years of experience. We are originally from the county and offer competitive prices and promise you will be completely satisfied with our work. We offer a stress-free experience to both our new and returning customers. We only use parts from reputable brands to ensure your vehicle is safe to drive. Here at Silver Fox, there will always be a friendly face to greet you. Come see us at 2004 Audlin Road in Herman.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Welcome back to Fox 22 News at 10. We turn now to the indictment of former President Donald Trump. Trump is expected to travel to New York on Monday ahead of an expected court appearance on Tuesday. ABC's Jay O'Brien has the latest from Palm Beach, Florida.
New details following the unprecedented indictment of former President Donald Trump. Sources tell ABC News Trump has been charged with about 24 counts, including felonies, though the exact charges are still unknown, remaining under seal until Trump is arraigned in court. Sources say that is expected to take place Tuesday after the former president turns himself in to authorities. His attorney is promising a legal fight.
We'll proceed to see a judge at some point. Plead not guilty, start talking about filing motions, which we will do immediately and very aggressively.
The indictment by a Manhattan grand jury stems from an alleged $130,000 hush money payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels before the 2016 election after an alleged affair. The district attorney is also reportedly digging into a $150,000 payment to Playboy model Karen McDougal, who claims she was paid off prior to the 2016 election to cover up an alleged affair with Trump in 2006. The former president denying both affairs ever happened, and Republicans, including his rivals, are lining up to defend him. Former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley telling Fox News,
when you get into political prosecutions like this, it's more about revenge than it is about justice.
And former Vice President Mike Pence expressing outrage on CNN.
The unprecedented indictment of a former president of the United States on a campaign finance issue is an outrage.
President Biden declining to comment.
No, I'm not going to talk about Trump's indictment.
Meantime, in New York City, heightened security ahead of Trump's arraignment. Members of the NYPD deployed across the city and added protections are in place around the courthouse. Jay O'Brien, ABC News, West Palm Beach, Florida.
Well, meanwhile, the Pentagon is about to announce another military aid package for Ukraine worth more than $2 billion. As the war crosses the 400-day mark and Russian forces suffer major losses in eastern Ukraine, the new U.S. aid package is designed to help Ukraine push a spring offensive against Russia's invasion. Fox News senior correspondent Mike Tobin is in Kyiv with the latest.
Fox News has confirmed that on Monday there's an expected announcement of an additional $2.6 billion worth of military aid to Ukraine. That puts a U.S. contribution at about $30 billion for Ukraine's defense. That is part of what we talked about with Ukraine's Mikhailo Podolyak. A top advisor in President Zelensky's office understands that American taxpayers are growing tired and skeptical of funding Ukraine's defense. What is your argument for why they should continue funding the war effort in Ukraine?
If you want to live freely in the USA, if you constantly talk about it, if you are ready to pay the highest price, then it is necessary to win the war in Russia.
President Xi Jinping of China met with Vladimir Putin and has not called Vladimir Zelensky, but he joined a chorus of leaders calling for a ceasefire and talks, a non-starter for Ukraine.
The ceasefire will mean the freezing of the conflict as such. The occupied territories will remain under the Russian Federation.
President Xi never placed that telephone call to President Zelensky. Does that mean he's not serious about peace?
Regarding China, it seems to me that China has not yet fully formulated its position on whether it wants to be in a neutral status for the last year and did not take a direct part in the negotiations on war and peace in Ukraine.
Mikhailo Podolyak says Putin's plan to base tactical nuclear weapons in Belarus won't affect the battlefield, but it should unify and motivate Western leaders.
Putin demonstrates that he does not care about other communities. He does not care about international law. He's ready to commit any crimes in order to gain some advantage.
Podolyak says the weapons at the top of Ukraine's wish list are long-range missiles, but U.S. Joint Chiefs Chairman General Mark Milley says the U.S. needs to worry about its own reserves of those missiles. In Kyiv, Mike Tobin, Fox News.
Pope Francis was discharged from the Rome hospital today where he was being treated for bronchitis. The 86-year-old was hospitalized on Wednesday where he received antibiotics intravenously to treat that illness. The Pope was greeted by many well-wishers, including a crying woman who had just lost her daughter last night. She embraced the Pope as they both prayed together. He also signed a young boy's cast. The Vatican says the Pope appears strong enough to take part in Palm Sunday services tomorrow. The holiday recalls when, according to Christian scripture, Jesus returned to Jerusalem, where he was greeted by people waving palm branches, and they were also placed in his path. Locals will also observe Palm Sunday and Holy Week celebrations that kick off tomorrow here in the Bangor region, leading up to Easter next weekend. Well, the White House has announced that First Lady Jill Biden will be heading to Maine next week. The trip is part of the Biden-Harris administration's Investing in America tour. The First Lady will be visiting Michigan, Maine, and Vermont, where she'll highlight learning programs that are preparing high school and community college students for good-paying jobs. Jobs that they say have been created by the Investing in America agenda. Secretary of Education Miguel Cardona will join the First Lady for part of the tour. They're expected to spend some time in southern Maine. We'll have more details on the visit as they become available. Last I heard, it sounds like they were going to be speaking at a local community college down in southern Maine. Well, now that the mercury is starting to climb, gas prices are rising a bit too. As more drivers hit the road, fuel prices are moving upward. AAA Mid-Atlantic says the average price for a gallon of regular gas down in New Jersey on Friday was $3.25, an increase of 2 cents a gallon from last week. But the cost is down significantly from this time last year when drivers were paying on average $4.19 a gallon. Across the country, the average price for a gallon of regular gas is about $3.50, up 6 cents from last week. Drivers were paying $4.22 a gallon on average this time last year. Analysts say tightening gasoline supplies and signs of slowing inflation have combined to push oil prices above the $70 a barrel mark. And the increase in demand is expected to send prices at the pump even higher, at least for right now. It's a bit better in Maine, where the average price for a gallon of unleaded this week was $3.37 a gallon. Well, still ahead tonight, a call to take another look at Maine's bottle bill. Can collectors say they need to collect more money to keep up with the times. And later on, they're selling special wristbands for a great cause in the town of Holden. We'll have those stories and all today's sports news as your 10 o'clock report continues.
The Bristol Dirt Race. Chaos will ensue. The NASCAR Cup Series, Bristol, Easter Sunday on Fox.
Paramount Paving, Maine's go-to for all your paving and seal coating. Paramount Paving offers commercial and residential paving and seal coating services throughout eastern and central Maine. Give us a call for a free estimate today. Paramount Paving. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
Maine's #1 Kia dealer, Van Sickle Kia, has a cost-friendly Kia with your name on it. Choose from our fleet of front-wheel drives, all-wheel drives, hybrids, and fully electric vehicles, all affordable, tech-packed, and great on gas. Check out the all-new 2023 Kia Niro Hybrid with 54 mpg highway, or check out the new 2023 Kia Sportage or Sorrento. All come loaded with safety features and are great on gas. Plus, get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, the best in the business.
The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. I'm Peter Van Sickle. I guarantee it.
Introducing Hood New England Creamery. Made with premium Hood milk and cream and overloaded with the good stuff. New England Creamery. From Hood for New England. Try all 13 flavors.
Jerry's Used Cars has been a family-owned business for more than 30 years, currently in Corinna and Vesey. However, we have changed a little as we are no longer just a buy here, pay here dealership. We now have access to outside financing and also carry utility trailers. We would be happy to assist you with your next vehicle purchase. And don't forget, here at Jerry's Used Cars, we offer an extended warranty. So give us a call at either our Corinna or Vesey location.
From the land to the sea, Chase's Family Restaurant is the place to be.
Are you looking for a place to unwind after a long day?
Then come check out our Hideaway Lounge. With a bar that's both upbeat and laid back. And it's the perfect atmosphere for anyone who wants to unwind after work.
Or kick it up for the weekends with daily drink specials and a full dinner menu.
You can fill up on a good time any night of the week.
Thank you for being a part of our family.
Here at Chase's Family Restaurant.
Wednesday, the farmers get a kick in the pants.
Mama's opinion, she's the one.
And a surprise departure shakes up the farm.
Take a deep breath, it's gonna be okay.
I don't do well with that.
All new Farmer Wants a Wife, Wednesday at 9 on Fox.
Paramount Paving, Maine's go-to for all your paving and seal coating. Paramount Paving offers commercial and residential paving and seal coating services throughout eastern and central Maine. Give us a call for a free estimate today. Paramount Paving. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
As rising costs force some Maine businesses to close, some are hopeful that newly proposed bills could bring them the help they need. Our David Ledford spoke with business owners about what's on the horizon.
In the 5 years since we opened downtown in 2016, our labor costs doubled, and our revenue stream stayed exactly the same.
Some Maine legislators are seeking to update Maine's bottle bill. The program originated in 1978, offering Mainers 5 or 15 cents on eligible returnables and helping to keep litter out of the state's natural environments. However, some redemption center owners say that inflation and rising labor costs have put many businesses in a tough position.
It's hard to get help because you're competing with the other places, restaurants and that, which are now paying the higher rate to get employees, and it's creating a problem for the redemption centers throughout the state. If they don't resolve it, you're going to see a lot more that will be closing.
Some redemption centers have made the switch to a self-service business model because whether it's cans or bottles, the cents just aren't adding up.
We screamed from the rooftops, anybody who would listen, and redemps were closing all over the place, and the decision was we could either close or go to a self-service model, and that was the way we could continue to stay open and stay profitable.
Under current law, redemption centers receive a 4.5-cent handling fee for each returnable collected. Several of the proposed bills seek to change Maine's bottle law. Senate President Troy Jackson's proposed bill, LD 134 SP 73, would increase the fee by more than a penny. If passed, Jackson's bill would mark the second time since 2019 that the handling fee has increased. However, some say that time is an important factor when it comes to the future of Maine's bottle recycling.
If we can't pay our employees, we close, and it's as simple as that.
In Bangor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
After the sudden loss of Holden Police Chief Chris Greeley, one man in the Holden Fire Department wanted to honor the chief. And what better way to do it than to give to the charity that Greeley started himself? And with that, these bracelets were created. For a $5 cash donation to Holden's 25 Days of Kindness campaign, you can take one of these commemorative bracelets home. It is a way to remember Chris and to add to his legacy with a small donation.
Super beneficial for our department and the police department to really work together after such a tragic issue or loss to our community and to our public safety group here. So I think it means a lot for us to really bond together after that, and this has really brought us really close.
Well, you can stop by the town hall or fire department during normal business hours to pick up a bracelet of your own. They have only ordered 500 and have sold about 100 already. They only take cash, so keep that in mind before you head over to the office there on Route 1A in Holden. When we come back, we'll have the rest of your weekend forecast and all the day sports news. Don't go away.
And another messy day out there today. Barely any sunshine. It was mostly clouds and rain, rain, rain. Go away though, right? It is April. Spring has finally arrived. Are you going to get more chances of rain? I'll have the answers coming up.
Tomorrow morning on Star 97.7, Paul Dupuis has the music and fun. Sonny Shepard brings you Star 97.7 local news. And Steve McKay with the weather. Turn on your radio and get the Star treatment with Star 97.7.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Let's face it, getting training and experience is hard, but at Loring Job Corps we can help. From certifications in automotive technology, obtaining your CDL, or learning building trades, we have you covered. Maybe you prefer joining the high-tech world of computer networking or cybersecurity. We have that as well. Don't delay, get in the driver's seat to your future today. And the best part, Loring Job Corps is free. Receive free training, free meals, and even free housing. Call or go to jobcorps.gov/Loring. Job Corps careers begin here.
Tomorrow morning on Star 97.7, Paul Dupuis has the music and fun. Sonny Shepard brings you Star 97.7 local news. And Steve McKay with the weather. Turn on your radio and get the Star treatment with Star 97.7.
911, what's your emergency?
At any moment, this city could burn. 911, all new this Monday on Fox.
Elon Musk and other tech CEOs penned a letter to AI companies asking them to put a pause on development of new artificial intelligence systems. There's strong concern about the impact that they could have on the human race itself. Fox News correspondent Alexandria Hoff has the details.
It would be rare to have leaders in any industry petition for development within their own field to slow down. But that's exactly what more than 1,000 of the top tech minds have done, including Elon Musk and Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak, by signing on to an open letter called Pause AI Experiments. It was published by the nonprofit Future of Life Institute and seeks to temporarily curb the race to produce more advanced artificial intelligence. The letter warns that proper safety checks must be implemented first. It asks, quote, should we develop non-human minds that might eventually outnumber, outsmart, obsolete, and replace us? Should we risk loss of control of our civilization? Such decisions must not be delegated to unelected tech leaders. Well, some elected leaders agree with that.
The problem is right now we don't have a good handle around exactly what those dangers of AI are, certainly not enough to be able to develop a regulatory framework for it.
Specifically, the letter asks for AI labs to implement an immediate 6-month pause on training systems more powerful than GPT-4. That's the most sophisticated machine language model yet that can interpret language and generate responses. And it turns out AI advancement is on the White House's radar.
All I can say is that there's a comprehensive process in place. We put out a blueprint back in October, as you know. I don't have anything to share.
So the call is out there to get policymakers involved as major tech companies like Google, Microsoft, and OpenAI are scrambling to corner the market. In Washington, Alexandria Hoff, Fox News.
Kind of scary in a way. It's progressing so quickly. Probably will come a day when an AI character will be delivering your nightly news to you. I hope not, but it might be heading that way. All right, let's switch gears to talk about the weather right now. Let's take a live look outside. This is what it looks like from atop Ellsworth City Hall tonight. Kind of an overcast night down there on the coast. Kind of pretty, though. Looks like we may have a chance for a little more rain overnight while you sleep. But don't worry, it should be clearing out by the morning. And then we should see some breaks of sunshine through the day. That'll certainly feel nice, although it will be a bit chilly. Here's Conrad with all the details.
And we made it, folks. It is finally April. That means May, June's around the corner, and it's really going to start to warm up. Okay, let's talk about the weather. Pretty messy out there earlier today. Some rain showers all throughout the I-95 corridor, all the way down to even Augusta and by Portland. We had some rain showers. Now things are clearing up. It's starting to settle down. Most of that rain is long gone. It's really starting to move out of the region, really dissipating in intensity. There's a little bit more in upstate New York right now, just hitting the Jersey coastline. Same thing into Manhattan right now. We do have a little bit of rain, of course, and no snow down there. For us, though, we will continue to have some pretty clear skies, lingering showers overnight, then we're clear. Sunday, most of the day clear. Monday in the afternoon, we will have a couple more chances of some rain and snow. Overall, mostly a rain event with those warmer temperatures here in town. Rainfall-wise, though, in the next 5 days, we're looking at half an inch, maybe even 3/4 of an inch of rain here in town. Look at Millinocket, over an inch of rain, and just to the east, Princeton coming in at over an inch of rain. So there's a lot of rain with this system on the way. The next couple of days, gale warnings are out till around 6 p.m. on Sunday, all throughout the coast. Temperatures, though, let's talk a little bit about these temperatures, folks. Look at all this. That's that cold from right about here. And then New York City into D.C. Wow, it is looking like summer. 60s, 70s, but look at the upper Midwest. Only in the 30s with over 2 feet of snow on the ground in some spots. Temperatures earlier today here in our state, 43 degrees, 45 by the coast. That was pretty much the trend. Mid-40s all throughout the coast. Mid-30s up north, where there is that thick snowpack. Colder temperatures settled on in. In Bangor, though, our average should be hovering close to 46. Tomorrow, no way near that. Monday, slightly warming up. Look at Tuesday, though. We make that all up with those mid-50s. Cooler on Wednesday and a nice rebound by Thursday. And then Friday, cooling down once again. But hey, we'll take those mid-50s any day. Tonight, though, temperatures close to the freezing mark. This rain is more scattered. It will be moving out by around 2, 3, maybe 4 a.m. So by those morning hours, we will be clear. Tomorrow, though, a nice warm-up. Still some below-average temperatures, 38 degrees. Partly cloudy skies, and the winds will really start to crank up from the northwest at around 10 to even 25 miles per hour. Our extended forecast outlook does show lots of dry weather the next couple of days. Monday, maybe a sprinkle. Overall, though, mostly cloudy skies. Tuesday, we will be really warm. Temperatures back in the mid-50s. Then more chances of rain arrive Wednesday into Thursday.
I like the way the temperatures are going, though. It'll be up in the 60s and 70s before you know it. Thank you very much, Conrad. Tyler, no, not Tyler. Who will have? Ryan will have all the day sports news. That's who's in next with sports. Don't go away.
I'm 82 years old, and I have collapsed arches, which means the first thing that hits the ground is the bone in my arch. I came to Comfort Shoes 4 years ago because I couldn't walk without pain. And she spent so much time on my feet getting the right shoe, and we finally found the right pair. Once you made these orthotics for me, I have no pain. These are so comfortable. I have no discomfort. I feel like I could go running. And I thank you and Comfort Shoes for that.
You know, if one mattress was right for everybody, we wouldn't need to stock over 30 models. It doesn't exist. Our low price and sleep guarantees mean you won't pay too much for a great night's sleep. Purchase your new mattress before 3 p.m. and we'll deliver it the same day in the Bangor and Ellsworth area. Warehouse pricing, a great night's sleep guaranteed, same-day delivery, and free removal of your old. At Dorsey's, we've got your back. Sleep well, my friends.
Since 1950, Fairhaven Camps, located in Brooks, Maine, has provided quality Christian summer camping experiences to young people from Maine and beyond. At Fairhaven Camps, we empower youth from ages 6 through 17 to seek the truth of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Fairhaven Camps offers day or overnight camps as well as horsemanship and wilderness camps. Fairhaven Camps is now hiring for summer staff and accepting registration for campers. To sign up, apply, or donate, please visit www.fairhavencamps.org or call us today.
Hanks Husqvarna is your full-line Husqvarna dealer with 2 convenient locations, 32 Old State Road in Carmel and 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport. Whether it's tractors and zero-turns, chainsaws to trimmers, or pressure washers to battery power, everything is set up, serviced, and ready to go by our certified Husqvarna technician. And all sales are backed by our in-house Husqvarna warranty. For parts, service, or sales, stop in to Hanks Husqvarna, Carmel or Newport.
I'm gonna make this right.
You can tell me the truth.
Accused, Tuesday on Fox.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for sticking in. Let's start on the Diamond Down East, where Ellsworth softball is entering 2023 on a mission. Last year, the second-seeded Eagles were eliminated by 6-seed Herman in the North Regional semis. This year, they are returning nearly all of their players, including second-team All-PVC shortstop Aaliyah Manning and first-team All-PVC catcher Sophie Lynch. To say that second-year head coach Brandy Ensworth is confident in her team's abilities would be an understatement.
It's awesome having a group coming back with so few that we had to, only losing 2. They've got a good chemistry already. I think our bat's going to be really good. I mean, we bring back our 3 leading hitters this season, so that's going to be fantastic. We've got a great pitching core, so that's really awesome too.
And knowing the talent that they have and their hunger, the Eagles have all the tools in place to win a state title. It would be the first in team history, and they say it's their time to cash in on the championship atmosphere still fresh in Ellsworth.
We just want to come back and bounce back and go as far as possible. I mean, we're looking to go all the way and just got to work at it. And the feeling from last year losing to Herman, we don't want to feel that again.
This year's the year. The girls just came back, got the first state tournament for basketball. I think it's time for softball.
We shall see. Speaking of state titles, there was a huge state championship meet in Bangor Saturday for a sport that you might not be used to. I know I'm not. At G-Force Entertainment, hundreds of people competed and hundreds more gathered for the Maine Arm Wrestling Championships. Men, women, senior, and teen competitors were crowned champions across several weight classes, with each overall winner receiving $1,000. It was the first state championships in Maine in several years, and for a sport that's well past its heyday in the state, the turnout was endearing to longtime enthusiasts like Badger Drews.
It was bigger than it is now. It's almost non-existent. So far, the tournament has been a huge success. I don't know the exact numbers, but I know we registered 150 pullers last night, and there's at least that today. So that's big. That's old school big. Like, it's what it was when I started.
And for those of you looking to possibly become a puller, yes, that's the correct term, or just get a one-up on your buddies, Alex Tardif, a member of the Twin City Pullers, a local arm wrestling team, has some tips for you to get the pinfall.
A lot of it is just static strength, being able to keep your arm tight to your body and be able to bend your wrist and control the other person's hand. You're trying to bend the other person's hand open. So it's a battle, it's a hand battle.
I guarantee you that will not make a difference for me. Anyways, let's head up to Orono. Maine baseball swept their doubleheader Friday against UMass Lowell. They tried to get the series sweep on Saturday. Black Bears also looking to go 6-0 in America East play. Top of the fifth, Maine up 2-1. Lowell's Jerry Siracusa rips one into right center. Connor Kelly comes in to score, and it's tied at 2. Bottom 5 now. Maine's Quinn McDaniel. Call him Quinn McDingers. This one is going to clear the wall for a solo shot to give the Black Bears a 3-2 lead. Top of the 6th now. They went back and forth. Here's Lowell's Ryan Proto with a drive into left field. That one's going to go to the wall, and Fritz Genther scores to make it a 3-3 tie. Finally, bottom of that inning, Black Bears up 4-3, and Dylan McNary with a man on drills one to right center. That's a 2-run shot to make it 6-3, and that would be the final. Black Bears sweep the Riverhawks. Okay, now let's shift gears up the road to Husson. Earlier this week, the Eagles announced officially their 2023 football schedule, and we have all of the games for you right here. The Eagles start their season on September 2nd at home against Norwich. Homecoming game is the 23rd against Anna Maria. And then conference play starts on October 14th against Curry and goes all the way through the end of the season. Got Western New England, Endicott, the Lobster Trap game against UNE, and finally away at Nichols on November 18th. Okay, how about some women's lacrosse to close out? Husson hosted UMaine Farmington Saturday in their conference opener. Let's start first quarter. Husson already up 1-0. Maddie Benoit loses it, picks it up, and puts it in. 2-0 Eagles. Under a minute left in the quarter now. Natalie Witten has it for Husson. Nice pass into Avery Baker. The multiple-time NAC Rookie of the Week scores. It's her third of the quarter. Husson leads 4-0 after 1. To the second, Farmington gets on the board. Abby Trefsgar catches Ruby McMinnis. Nice backhand shot gets in. It's 4-1, but it would be all Husson from there. Here's Layla Martinez from behind the goal. She finds a charging Devin Viets, and she scores. That makes it 6-1 Eagles. They would go on to win 15-2. Okay, that's all the time we have for sports. I'm Ryan Sudol. We'll be back right after the break.
Here at Black Fly Coffee Company, quality will never be compromised. No matter what type of coffee you choose, whether it's hot, iced, or frozen, you can feel confident that our products are the highest caliber. We're here to assist you with your morning cup of joe, along with your mid-afternoon pick-me-up. And while here, grab a pastry for a snack. We always have fresh pastries available from a local business right here in the area. We look forward to meeting you soon.
If you've been injured in an accident, get Maine's most recognized personal injury law firm working for you today. The law offices of Joe Bornstein, fighting and winning for injured Mainers for nearly 50 years. Selected best lawyers in America for personal injury. Recognized for professional excellence. With more than $500 million collected for injured Mainers and over 25,000 victories for Maine families. Call Joe for a free case evaluation and get the Bornstein Advantage.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
General Rental Center has been serving Central Maine with equipment and tool rentals for more than 30 years. Our extensive inventory contains everything you need to get the job done right. Our professional, knowledgeable staff is here to make sure that you get the highest quality rental items to complete your project and that they have been serviced and maintained to the highest standards. Power brooms to get that sand off the lawn, leaf blowers, brush chippers, stump grinders, aerial lifts, tillers, and excavators. We rent most everything. If you don't see it in our online catalog, please ask for it. If we don't have the item you need, we would be happy to help you find it.
It's an epic new season with weekly themes and a special new twist.
What? Somebody's messing with us.
The Masked Singer, Wednesday on Fox.
Do you have any old technology sitting around your house collecting dust? And no, we all do. Well, it might be time to finally get rid of those old devices, and you may even be able to make a little money off of them. Here's M. Wynn with more.
Spring is always a good time to declutter your home, like sorting through those old cell phones, tablets, and laptops that have been stowed away for a while.
I think a lot of us just have these piles of old tech collecting dust, sitting there thinking maybe someday I might need it. But no, don't let it sit there too long.
CNET's Bridget Carey says getting rid of those electronics can make space and even make you money.
Some websites will offer to pay you, or you can even go to a big box store and you'll get some cash or store credit.
You can compare best offers on websites like Declutter, Gazelle, and Amazon.
I have a really old iPhone, an iPhone 6S Plus. This thing, it is a little clunky, but it works, and I can get $20 for it. One site offered me $20. If I went to Best Buy, they'd offer me $15.
Carrie says that even items that are well past their prime can sell if you're patient.
Here's an iPad mini, came out in 2012. Apple's not giving me squat for this, but because it's in good condition and it works just fine, my kids have been using it for a while, I can make money off eBay.
And you might be surprised by what you can resell, like DVDs and CDs or a pair of used earbuds.
These are my Powerbeats Pro earbuds that have been in my ear for years now, and I could still make $25 for these things.
If selling or exchanging your tech isn't an option, Carrie suggests seeing if someone else can put it to good use.
So my kids have these old kid tablets. These things, they grow out of. Find some moms at your preschool, see a Facebook group. You could always find a good home for things, even if it's not a traditional piece of tech.
At the very least, recycle it at an electronics store so it doesn't end up in a landfill. And be sure to do a factory reset on your device before getting rid of it to protect your personal information. M. Wynn, ABC News, New York.
And if you want to recycle locally, I believe I just read that the Challenger Learning Center here in Bangor is getting ready to have one of their e-waste collections in a couple of weeks. We'll keep you updated on that. It's a good way to get rid of old computers and that sort of thing around your house. Well, finally, the continuing rise of inflation will make this the most expensive Easter on record. Data from the National Retail Federation shows consumers who celebrate will expect to spend an average of about $192. The organization says total Easter spending will hit $24 billion this year, beating the record of $21.7 billion in 2020. Business experts say consumers are also spending less in other areas to make up for the holiday's expensive price tag. Along with groceries for the holiday meal, people will also buy lots of candy, of course. By the way, the most popular Easter candy are Reese's Peanut Butter Eggs, Starburst Jelly Beans, Hershey's Milk Chocolate Eggs, and Peeps Yellow Marshmallow Chicks are also in the top 10 for Easter candy. The Reese's Peanut Butter Eggs, they take the top spot, though. I know we always battle over those around my house. Well, that's it for now, folks. We thank you so much for joining us tonight. Peter Dubois will be here tomorrow night at 10 o'clock with all the day's news. Hopefully you'll tune in for that. In the meantime, I'm Craig Colson, and for everyone here, we hope you have a wonderful night.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
Maine's #1 Kia dealer, Van Sickle Kia, has a cost-friendly Kia with your name on it. Choose from our fleet of front-wheel drives, all-wheel drives, hybrids, and fully electric vehicles, all affordable, tech-packed, and great on gas. Check out the all-new 2023 Kia Niro Hybrid with 54 mpg highway, or check out the new 2023 Kia Sportage or Sorrento. All come loaded with safety features and are great on gas. Plus, get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, the best in the business.
The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. I'm Peter Van Sickle. I guarantee it.
The Lucerne Inn and Ryan's Pub is world-renowned for beautiful dining with a delicious view. Come and enjoy the experience of their all-you-can-eat seafood dinner every Friday night, now through April, with award-winning dishes from their executive chef, Arturo Montes. Simply call to make your reservation or order for takeout. You can also take your taste buds on a journey with their 5-course international menu, Tuesday through Thursday, for just $29.95 per person. The Lucerne Inn. Beautiful.